This video was sponsored by NordVPN. So we all agree there's kind of ads on everything now, this video included. You bring up Richard Feynman one time, and then next time you're on Facebook, it's giving you ads to buy his Feynman lectures, his thesis, his toothbrush. How did they know? How did they know? Well, they knew because you weren't protecting your data like you could be if you had a subscription to NordVPN. You see, NordVPN provides services like data protection and encryption. You can block malware by enabling things like their CyberSec feature. And of course, it gives you access to their 5,400 plus servers. As some of you know, I'm doing my PhD in theoretical nuclear physics, which means I play RuneScape at times when I shouldn't be. And there's nothing worse than having to wait 200 milliseconds for your computer to register when you click your mouse, because New Mexico's internet is a lot like internet in the early 2000s. Like it's not unusable, but it's pushing it. But now with Nord, I can just hop to a better server with faster ping and get back to smoother gameplay. Maybe gaming isn't your thing though, and you're more of a binge anime on Netflix kind of person. You know what has a lot of anime? Japanese Netflix. You know what you can access with NordVPN? That. Or you can get up to a 68% discount if you choose a 2-year plan by clicking the link in the description, or go to nordvpn.com/Andrew Dotson. So thanks again, Nord, for sponsoring this video. Oh, you know exactly what time it is. It has been a while since my last first meme review. Right now we are over on the physics meme subreddit. It's been months since I've gone on this subreddit anyway, so I'm kind of excited to see like the evolution of the physics memes in my absence. What does season 2 of meme review have to offer? Because last time it was a lot of pi equals 3, string theory bad, engineering bad, those kinds of jokes. And now I don't really know what to expect, and you're going to be going through this with me. As always, I will leave a link in the description to the physics meme subreddit so that you can check it out, maybe make a meme or two for yourself. But let's go ahead and get started. The first one, awakening. Okay, mass times velocity, angular momentum, inertia tensor, generalized momentum, momentum expectation value. That just reminds me of the Eigenchris skit or whatever, where he talks about all the different kinds of momentum. That may sound kind of nerdy, but it was really funny. I'll leave a link in the description to that. String meme. Okay, off to a great start. Scientist. How will you test such an ambitious theory? String theorists. That's the neat part. You don't. Okay, maybe I'm part of the problem if I'm complaining about these memes and then I still laugh at the same joke if it's just in a different template. Okay, don't at me. Imagine naming your son the atomic bomb. I mean, I get that this is Sheldon Cooper, but I don't understand what the joke is. Never ask a woman her age. Okay. A man his salary. Right, fellas? I don't know really what that means. A scientist how the thesis is going. That does get progressively more frustrating, specifically because it's been the same answer for the past year. Every legend has a weakness. Samson got his hair did. Achilles got shot by Orlando Bloom. Electrons, I guess, are both waves and particles. Is that their weakness? I don't understand what that means. Is it a weak decay? That would be like a neutrino joke then. Yeah, I don't know. Explain to me how I'm dumb. In kindness, there's evil. In evil, there's kindness. Of course, we have the balance. I never really thought of that being what the yin yang with the little dots in the specific segments of yin and yang meant, but that makes a lot of sense. Of course, we have the balance. I don't know what any of these 3 physics books are. I'm the worst physics meme reviewer ever. And then there's Griffiths, all good. No one can disagree there. Do you think there's a single physics book out there that is more like critically acclaimed than Griffiths E&M? I'm curious to see, like, is there a book that you think more people love and sleep with and smell the pages than Griffiths E&M? Then there's the opposite. Yeah, Jackson E&M. Honestly, Jackson was not as bad as people say. Especially their section on relativity was awesome, really comprehensive, I thought. People just love complaining. Lieutenant Potential, the handsome crusader, possesses the supernatural ability to modify the very essence of all forms of potential energy at the local orphanage. Uh-oh. I could do it. That's some shit flammable maths would laugh at. I'm gonna have to save that one for like our next battle. The giraffe, take the giraffe to be spherical. Spherical giraffe. Oh, using the AI model. That's surprisingly good. I feel like it usually sucks at making those images. Like, it doesn't really seem like it's there yet. That's pretty good though. Not really a meme. Maybe I guess it is. Why not look up spherical cow? Did it do spherical cow wrong? Girl, come over. Particle. Can't. I'm trapped behind a potential barrier and I have energy less than the barrier. Girl, my parents aren't home. Particle. Tunnels. We really didn't spend... I mean, we spend a lot of time in quantum mechanics dealing with tunneling, but we never really sat down and talked about like what is possible because of tunneling. We just solved the Schrodinger equation for the handful of cases that you can do analytically. It was like, oh, look, tunneling is allowed. Kowalski, say something smart. The Fibonacci series can approximately convert miles to kilometers. I wish I knew what the golden ratio was off the top of my head to see like how close that is to the actual conversion. That's kind of cool though. So I guess it's like if you know a specific term in like nearest neighbor terms in the series, you basically know the conversion. And I know all you mathematicians out there have like 25 terms memorized for some reason. Physicists in the Marvel universe seeing new portals, wormholes, and other universes every movie, and having to create new physics again to explain it. I think that's kind of fun. Like, I don't know. When I watch movies like Marvel movies or anything where they have to like stretch the physics a little bit to get it to work, I don't care. I like trying to find ways to make it work and see like, oh, if this one little thing was different, then it would be allowed. Yeah, I don't know. I don't nitpick movies like that. What is the cost of a train ticket from Sydney to that place? The answer is about 28.8 quadrillion kilometer US dollars squared. That straight up sounds like an answer I received from one of my intro physics students. The most atrocious part about that is the fact that someone still uses the terms like quadrillion. Like if you're not saying 10 to the... I don't know what it means. I don't know what any of the aliens really mean. People who lecture physics. People who study physics. I think I have seen a similar meme where it was like people who enjoy talking about like pop science stuff, they look like this, and then the people who actually do, I don't know, physics research, that does look like me nowadays. No, that looked like me in 2020, and I hadn't seen a person in a few months. Smallest thing in the universe: electron, quark, X on the mobile. That's kind of funny. I don't know if that's true though. I mean, both the electron and the quark are at least assumed to be elementary particles. Does it make sense to say that one is smaller than the other? I mean, you can, and I guess how do you define the radius? Because like the size, the geometric size of the object, if you're like scattering off of it and it interacts electromagnetically, it's going to feel the particle farther away, even though it hasn't actually run into the particle. So its effective size is larger. So never mind. There we go. Let's keep tearing apart memes. Everyone loves that, right? F equals ma, m equals f over a. At constant velocity, a equals 0. Some mass is equal to infinity. Where is my Nubel preach? This is the funniest one so far. This is the thumbnail one. I never know if it bothers people to see a thumbnail, like a meme in the thumbnail, because it just like spoils it. But that's hilarious. Where's my Nubel preach? Mom, we have Feynman diagrams at home. Feynman diagrams at home. Oh, that's almost genius. I have such a hard time finding like a good software to draw Feynman diagrams with. I usually use JaxoDraw, but I find it's kind of hard to have it work and play nice with Windows and LaTeX. At least how I have things set up. Maybe I'll just go to circuit diagrams. These are much better than they used to be.
Hey!
Oh, no, I'm just working on torque.
With your left hand? Using the good old-fashioned left-hand rule? When you ask Grassmann how he invented Grassmann numbers, my source is, I made it the fuck up. If you don't know, Grassmann numbers show up in quantum field theory and the path integral formalism. They're this really kind of interesting... I don't like calling them numbers. Variables. Let's call them Grassmann variables. So this weird thing happens where integration and differentiation in terms of Grassmann variables sort of are the same thing. Yeah, they're pretty wacky. Corporate needs you to find the difference between this picture and this picture. So I see Lorenz, and who I could only assume is the other Lorenz. Oh, that's sad. 1 T away from greatness, right? Men have 2 sides, a left side and a right side. Bruh, that's backwards. Oh, because he's... Okay. I think I would have made that same mistake, maybe. Maybe he's made of antimatter and going backwards in time. A crossing symmetry joke. These memes are getting smarter and more particle physics-y, and I'm here for it. I think everyday life is open to interpretation. Physics of everyday life, intended primarily for non-scientists. Topics include balls, scales, balloons, nuclear weapons. Everyday life, yeah. I guess, I mean, I am in nuclear physics. I guess that's closer to everyday life than most people, I suppose. 4.6 billion light years away. Kelly was so excited to see these images. It was cool seeing her nerd out over a 10 feet away security cam. That's pretty funny. JWST, you magnificent bastard. Astrophysics community. It's beautiful. I've looked at this for 5 hours now. What gravity does to a motherfucker. Yeah, look at that. Isn't that insane to see? You got something that wants to be a circle, but there's a circle in front of it. And then when you put a circle in front of a circle and one of those circles has a shitload of gravity, this is what it looks like. That's nature. Like, and that you can predict that. That you can, I don't know. That's amazing to me. Moving on. Hey, you going to sleep? Yes. Now shut up. Could the universe expansion be considered sliding through a 4th dimension? I'm going to need you to tell me exactly what you know. Corporate needs you to find the difference between this picture and this picture. Students, they're the same picture. I've gotten pretty good at doing that symbol, and I'm going to prove it. All right, are you ready to see what I can do here? Remind me in a week. I feel like I can do better. Yeah, that's not bad, right? It used to be so much worse. I'm pretty proud of my progress. Senpai, help! I'm stuck in the frequency domain. This one is... I'm definitely sending this one to Jens. Alright, let's just do one more. Wolfgang Pauli and Niels Bohr observing spin in 1954. It's just such a simpler time. You could just take out a magnifying glass and see how things were spinning. Particles were actually building blocks. You could snap them together and see what you could create. It's all that low-hanging fruit has been picked now, unfortunately. All right, I think I'm going to go ahead and stop the meme review there. These were so much funnier than I remember. I hope you all enjoyed this meme review. Maybe I'll do these a little bit more frequently, but I don't want to do them too much. Huge thanks again to NordVPN for sponsoring this video. Remember, you can get started by clicking the link in the description or going to nordvpn.com/Andrew Dotson. Let me know in the comments section, are the memes on this subreddit getting better, or is it just seeming that way to me? See you guys there.